Hello, my fellow knitters. Welcome to my channel. This is Biedermann Swiss Knits. I'm Jennifer Biedermann, and in this video I'm going to show you two ways to cast on. This is my first video actually, and we're going to start at the beginning, which is casting on. I don't know about all of you, but I know that when I started knitting, my grandmother and my mother knit, and when I was 7 years old, they just cast on a bunch of knits. Or a bunch of stitches, knit a few rows, and then I continued on. They showed me how to knit. And if that happened to you and you don't know how to cast on, this is the video to watch. So there's two ways. The first way, don't worry about your tail. You're going to just get your two needles, you're going to get some yarn, and you're going to tie your yarn into a slip knot. Very easy to make a slip knot. It's like making a knot. You just put it around your finger. I would put it actually around two. And then just put it through as if you're tying a knot, but don't pull the full piece through. There's your slip knot. And what you're going to do is you're going to put it on your needle, and you're just going to pull it slightly. You don't want it too tight, so it just is loose on there. Not too loose and not too tight, because your next row you're going to want to knit, and you don't want that too tight. So what you're going to do is take your second needle and hold onto your tail. Don't knit this tail. Ask me how I know that, because I've knitted made some stitches with my tail thread. You don't want to do that. So just hang onto your tail, and what you're going to do is you're just going to place the second needle through that stitch like an X, just through the back. Take your working thread, your working yarn, and you're just going to go around that second needle that you put on, and you want to just pop that through. Don't pull too tight. Just really let it just sit there, okay? And what you're going to do is you want to pick the thread that you just put through the back. So you want to hold your first stitch with your finger or with this finger here, and then push through and pick that stitch. So now you have two loops on your needle. And what you're going to do is you want this loop to go onto this needle. So again, just holding your two loops with your fingers, you will just slip that stitch onto that needle and just pull slightly, nice tension, not too tight. So now you have two stitches. We'll do that again. So take your second needle, put it through like an X, just through the back. Pick up your thread, wrap it around that back needle, bring it down through both of your needles. You're going to hold on to the stitch here with your finger because you don't want it sliding off, and you're going to pick that thread. You have two loops. Now, again, we need to put onto the other needle. So we're just going to place it right on and pull. Okay, so now we have three. Let's do that again. Put it through that stitch, through the back. Take your thread, wrap it around that second needle. Hold it with your finger and pick that thread. Two loops, push your needle down a bit, holding your stitches with your finger. You don't want it popping off, and you're just going to place it on there and pull. So that's one way to cast on. I don't usually cast on this way. It's a little bit longer, and I find it can be a little tighter. And I don't like tight knitting because then it makes it difficult. So you're going to continue casting on like this. If you're comfortable with this, great, continue like that. And you're just going to pick two loops, place it on that first needle, pop it on, pull, okay? So that's one way to cast on. You don't have to worry about the length. You just cast on as many stitches as you want. Okay, so I'm going to take that off. This is the second way to cast on, and just bear with me here. Now, this is the long tail cast on, so we're not going to make a slip knot right here. So let's say I need 20 stitches. I'm going to just place my thread on this needle, leaving myself a little bit of a tail, and I'm going to go around 20 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So I have 20 rotations there. I'm going to just grab my thread here, pull that off. This is where I'm going to do my slip knot. So again, you're putting it around 2 fingers. You're going to go around as if you're making a knot and just pull like that. There's your slip knot. So now I know I'm not going to run out of thread or my tail thread when I'm casting on 20 stitches. So I'm going to put my slip knot on my needle. I'm just going to tighten it a bit, not too tight. You want it to be loose. Now, I'm going to do this a few times here. So you're going to grab the 2 pieces of yarn like this in your hand. You will separate with your index finger and your thumb. Bring it up like this. Now you're going to go under the yarn closest to you, over the next yarn on my index finger, and between. And pull. Do that again. Grab both pieces of yarn, separate with my index and thumb. Bring it up like this. Go under, over, between. Pull. Under, over, between. Pull. Let's do that again. Grabbing your 2 pieces of yarn, separating with your index and thumb, bringing it up. I'm not going to go over this one. I'm going over the yarn on my thumb closest to me, under. And my index finger is here. I'm just going over. And then I need to go in between my thumb there, where there's 2 yarns sticking through. So between. And pull. Now, this is the way I cast on. It's a lot faster. So under, over, between. Mantra. Under, over, between. Under, over, between. Okay? It's a lot faster doing it this way than the other way. Let's do that again. Grabbing. Under, over, between. Under, over, between. Under, over, between. Under, over, between. Now let's see how many stitches we have. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 13. Under, over, between. Under, over, between. Under, over, between. Under, over, between. I didn't count, sorry. I'm not counting. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 2, 4, 6, 7. 8. See, now I don't have much tail here, so I'm just gonna under, over, 19, and I just have one more. So because I went over that, remember before we wrapped it around? Look at the little tail I have left, and I have 20 stitches. Now, if you don't want to be stuck where you don't have a long tail and you're struggling, make this piece a little bit longer before you wrap it. Make it about a half a foot or something. So here are 20 stitches. They're nice and loose. You don't want them too tight. And that's it. That's the 2 ways of casting on. There's other ways of casting on depending on the project, but this is a flat project, so those are the 2 ways. I'm sure there's other ways to do it, but that's it. Now, this is for this video. My next video, I'm going to show you how to do the knit stitch. Okay? The knit stitch looks like this. knit, it looks like this on this side and it looks like this on that side. This piece I cast on 20 and then I bound off. So in the next video, I'm going to show you how to knit the English way and the continental way. And then I'm going to show you how to bind off. Okay? So I hope you liked this video. I hope it was informative. Please leave me comments if you have any questions whatsoever. I do answer everybody. And I do have another YouTube channel if you're interested. I've had it for a few years now. It's called Jennifer Biedermann Jewelry. And I basically show you how to wire wrap and to bead, and which is my passion. But I also knit, and this is my passion too. So that's it. I'll put a link below if you want to check that out. And I'm going to see you in the next video on how to start knitting. Okay? See you next time. Thank you. Bye.